Maze TV here, and we're going to talk about rock today. The first rock band that I really got into was the grunge. It was Nirvana. Uh, when I first heard them guys, immediately, Smells Like Teen Spirit, immediately, I'm like, I'd never heard anything like it before, and it really sparked my curiosity into rock music. And then we had the Soundgardens and the Pearl Jams. Chris Cornell still has like the best rock voice ever. And he just picked up right where Led Zeppelin, started off with the voice, that strong voice. Nobody matches Chris, And then a little bit later we had Lane Stanley and the Alice in Chains. That's one of my, when I heard Alice, man, that was the one. That was the one, man. I mean, I think out of all the grunge bands, I think Alice in Chains is my very favorite. Not to take away from any of the other ones, because all of them are classic. All the ones that I just mentioned are classic artists, And Pearl Jam, when I first heard Pearl Jam, that was another eye-opener. But this was all during the MTV age, when everything was good and pure. You really got exposure to a lot of different artists. And then fast forward a little bit, then I hear Korn for the first time. James Strait, he put me on to Korn. He was listening to Sepultura, and I was listening to Korn. These guys had like that raw energy, pain, despair, just pure anger that was not matched by anybody. Jonathan Davis, I would say, they're definitely up there, probably right up there with Manson and Nine Inch Nails of being my very favorite. I've got so many of their albums. I love the way Jonathan just brings that rage. I connect with that rage. And then we also have Nine Inch Nails, which they probably have to be my very favorite, because they tap into a despair unlike anybody else. Trent Reznor, he gave you the Marilyn Manson. He gave you the birth of Marilyn Manson. Without no Trent Reznor, there'd be no Marilyn Manson. But he transcends Marilyn Manson in a way, because Marilyn Manson, I love him. One of my favorite artists of all time. But Marilyn, he stays in just the dark all the time. Just the dark, and maybe not so much the despair. A little bit of it, but Reznor, he links up with the despair, and he just stays in that lane. There's anger there, but always that despair, all that downward spiral. One of my favorite albums of all time. So yeah, these are the rock bands that really shaped me and really put me where I needed to be when I was starting to step away from rap music for a while, because I did step away from rap music for a while, because at one point in time, the West Coast had lost control, and then it was all about Jay-Z and stuff like that, and I didn't connect. It wasn't until later that I went back and listened to those records that, I connected with that, but not really that much. Only with certain ones like Benny Siegel and Freeway, but not 100%. It wasn't until really later till I, kind of connected to Jay-Z and said, hey, man, he's a lyricist. He's really good at what he does. But yeah, those are my top rock people. There's many more, but I don't want to run it into like a 10-minute clip. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.